Tonight was another unbelievable night, and you know, all of our fighters delivered. So of course, first and foremost, a round of applause to our great fighters, all tremendous champions, really came through. And you know, I'll be very brief, but we want to, of course, thank our partner in ESPN, the Seminole Hard Rock, you know, world-class resort and casino, and you know, again, a really unbelievable night that set up a true championship event come October 27th. I can tell you that the entire country of Tajikistan was watching Loic tonight. My phone blew up. He really delivered. Unbelievable. Really made his country proud. And, you know, he'll be facing off against Rauf Manfio come the championship, and that should be a fight they can't miss. Rauf had an awesome night tonight. Always delivers, always improves. So very, very impressive. And then, of course, you know, our other championship bout on October 27th will be Magomed Karamov, and he'll be taking on Hawaii's greatest fighter, Ray Cooper, who again proved why he is Hawaii's greatest fighter. So awesome night, and we'll just say, again, October 27th, World Championship. It'll be $6 million prizes, 6 champions will walk away, and we made a big announcement that that event will be headlined by the GWOAT Clarissa Shields, and that's something that I know the entire world's going to tune into. But before all of that, we have our second playoffs, which will take place August 19th, and we'll see the return of Kayla Harrison, the baddest female fighter on the planet. So with that, I want to introduce the one and only combat sports legend, one of the greatest to ever step in the ring in the cage, President of Fighter Operations, Ray Sefo.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lauren. I mean, what a great night. As you see up here, we have 4 guys, 2 lightweights and 2 welterweights who are going to be competing for the title, like Lauren said. But here's another great thing about tonight is Rauf, when I signed this guy, he wasn't getting fights, but yet, you know, Dan was saying that he's probably the most talented unsigned guy, and he came in as an alternate, and now he's sitting here getting ready to fight for the world title and $1 million. Well, so it's a really awesome story, and proud of you, brother. Congratulations. Loic, Tajikistan, stand up, because your man came through. He's going to be fighting for the world title. I'm sure you guys are going to be happy. But then you have 2 champions who's going to be fighting for that title that night. Magomed Karamov and Ray Cooper. Not only, I mean, listen, these 2 guys in the welterweight division, I put them up against anybody in the world, in any organization, because they're that good. So, you know, it's going to be an amazing night when it comes to October 27th, when we have 6 world titles, 6 fights that night, and of course, we're going to have some great undercard as well. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the PFL. We'll hand it over for questions.
Ray Cooper, congratulations. James Walker from 5 Rounds MMA. How much growth have you experienced as a fighter in the past 3 years since your first matchup with Magomed?
It's just I got a little bit more controlled in my approach to the fight. I think I was just still young. I was a young man, and I've grown from that time we fought before, and I'm ready for the next one.
Just to follow up, Ray Cooper, Zachary Grady, USA Today Sports. This will be your 3rd consecutive trip to the PFL Championship. How has this season been different than your last 2?
It's just, again, I had more fights with the company. In 2 years, I had 10 fights, or more than that now. I had like 13 fights now. So that's the most I fought ever, and I think that's the most any fighters, even with the other fighters, they fought that much times, and I don't see any other organization with their fighters fighting as many times as we have. So I think the maturity just grows as you keep fighting and being active, and that's what the PFL does.
Do you think the extra activity has helped you stay fresh during the bubble and all of the turmoil that was 2020?
I mean, we got stagnant for that 1 year, but it wasn't too bad. I was good. I was training off and on, and yeah, I'm always ready to fight. Whenever they call me to fight, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna fight every single time.
Thank you.
Magomed, Brandon Daniels, Fansided.com. You had your opponent Sidibu Sai on the defensive for the majority of the fight. How were you able to combat his reach throughout that fight?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question, please? The last part?
How were you able to combat his reach throughout the majority of the fight to swing it in your favor?
Thank you. Магомед, вопрос вам. Мы видели, как ваша прошла встреча с Садовой. Он очень неудобный партнер. Как вам удалось сократить дистанцию с ним и повернуть бой так, чтобы обернулся в вашу пользу?
Да, Сабидо очень неудобный соперник. Мне пришлось за 10 дней перестроиться под него. Но я что смог, что подготовил, сегодня показал в клетке.
Yes, Sadabu is quite an inconvenient opponent. He's an inconvenient guy to fight, and I was given 10-day notice. I had to change the opponent, and I had to change strategy. But, we have a couple aces in our sleeves, and I'm ready for any opponent. And, obviously, we see the outcome.
This is Ronald E. Smith from Getting Real. My question is for Raoush. After the fight, you were so emotional and so proud of the moment that you conquered, but also, too, not only that, there were so many people that just so happy for you when this fight was over. How proud of you, of how far you've come to this moment now being able to get to the finals?
Yeah, it's my dream come true right now. 7 months ago, I was cleaning office at night, and as he got the opportunity, I was training with the best guys in the world on American top team, and God gave me the opportunity. I won, and here I am. I'm very, very proud. I'm working my whole life since I was 12 to live what I'm living right now. And I know it's not just because I'm work hard, because I was working hard always, but for 3 years, I have been no fighting. So God deserve all the credits, because it was like Ray told, there was an alternate to be here. No one expect nothing from me, and here I am, so I'm very, very proud.
Harry Mack from the Bookies Basement. I have a question for Loic. Loic, how good does it feel to get that win back after what a lot of people thought was a pretty questionable decision in your first fight with Alex?
Лойк, вопрос вам. Касается, первого боя. Многие люди считали, что действительно не в вашу пользу было засчитано решение. Насколько вы сейчас себя хорошо чувствуете, что наконец-таки вы вернулись в колею победителей и то, что победу вы опять одержали?
Конечно, я был недоволен в первом бою, потому что я считал, что я выиграл бой, но мне не дали, не знаю, как они посчитали. Но во втором бою я хотел, конечно, более убедительно выиграть, финишировать, но так как, я не знаю, почему-то у меня руки отекли в первом раунде, но соперник тоже неудобный, такой живучий, он не позволил мне этого сделать. Но я рад, что выиграл. Мне больше всего надо была победа, чтобы выйти в финал. А так я тоже не рисковал, чтобы что-то делать. Ну, если дал бы мне шанс, я финишировал бы. А так не дал, просто выиграл.
As you said, it was a very disappointing decision in the first fight. I was not happy with that at all. And then coming into the second one, I knew I have to be more decisive. I was a little bit not so much excited that it was the same person that was fighting. And the first fight, my hands, I felt pretty heavy. But then again, he's a resistant guy, and I wanted to get a finish, but, the decision is still good. As long as I get the victory, I'm happy.
Hey, this is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. My question is for Ray Cooper. Ray, you were introduced tonight as a boxer, but you come from a family of a ton of decorated wrestlers. How do you feel about being introduced as a boxer and going in and dominating one of the better grapplers in the PFL?
I don't know. I they see me as a boxer. I boxed a little bit when I was after high school, but I wrestled my whole life. Boxing is just one other thing that I like to do, and I do 'em. I used to do them on the streets when I was young. We used to see what it is when we in Hawaii we just scrap on the streets, like just fight and you make friends, and that's how it is. But I grew up wrestling, and wrestling is my main base, and yeah.
Jim Barcelone, Miami Herald, for Raush. I was just curious, what was it like going into that third round? And it seemed like a closer fight, at least from us watching it, than that was scored. But how confident were you going to the third round? But did you feel you needed that third round?
Yeah, I want to watch the fight again and realize where I made a mistake. I know I need to improve my first round. All my fights, I start too slow, and I need to recover in the second, third round. And I pay the price with my face, so I don't want to do this anymore. And the third round, I need to win like in my mind, it was like I need to put a 10-8. So he's really, really tough opponent. And I did my best to try knock him out. So I threw all I could with all my strength in the punches. And he was a really tough opponent because I really felt once my knee on his chin, like clack, and he didn't fall. So what a tough fight. I knew I need go strong. I got emotionally to try, find more power.
Jonathan Ramlakan, 5 Reasons Sports. This one's for Aush. Knowing that Collard was coming in with a heavy boxing background, did that influence you coming in with a heavy low kick game plan?
Yes, for sure. I know when the guy threw hard punches, he need to put his weight on the front leg. So I think I need to kick more the opponents who boxing. Like I told, I start too slow. I need to improve that on my game because my second and third round are 300% better than the first one. So I need to kick more, and doesn't matter who is the guy. This calf kicks really works, and with 2 or 3, we change the whole fight,
Michelle Montaigne, Full Sail Live. This is also for Arush. Your family could be heard cheering you on the entire duration of your fight. Can you explain just how much it means to be able to have them here supporting you?
During the fight, I tried to not think about them or otherwise I could get too emotional. I don't want to cry in the fight. So, but I was, extraordinary moment in my life to see my daughter here, my first fight, my daughter watch alive, and I won. This has no words to describe my feelings right now.
Former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos, so excited when you were announced the winner. Can you describe your relationship with him?
Oh, he is a great friend. Thank God we don't train together. He's too heavy. But I know it's not just him, but a lot of many other fighters, what I train in American Top Team, took this victory like for themselves. I think we have a family there.
Justin Velasquez, Full Sail Live. My question is for Loic. First, congratulations on the win. Back in 2019, you were the runner-up. You win tonight, so you're back in that championship fight. How do you feel now compared to how you felt in 2019?
Луик, вопрос вам. Опять же, поздравляем вас с победой. В 2019 году вы вышли в финал, но тогда не все сложилось. Сейчас вы опять в финале. Чем отличается ваш подход и самочувствие в этом году, в 2021, по сравнению с 2019 годом?
Спасибо большое за поздравление. Конечно, в первом бою, в первом сезоне, то есть я был чуть неопытный, были много там проблем и минусы. no v tam ja уже каждый днем набираю опыта, и я больше верю в себе. В этом бою я максимально сделаю, чтобы этот раз я выиграл этот пояс. Тот раз тоже мог бы, но я не знаю по каким-то причинам, значит так суждено было, я проиграл, но в этом бою я не хочу. Если понадобится, я не хочу громко говорить, но если понадобится, с зубами буду держать этот пояс, чтобы не отпустить.
Thank you for congratulations. And yeah, I feel like in 2019 I was less experienced. There are certain issues in my life, and I just come to learn that there are always going to be problems in your life. And just the more you get, the more experience you just get to deal with those things. And again, yeah, there were certain issues. I didn't win the last season. This time, I don't want to say big words, but listen, if I have to bite that belt to take it with me, I'll chew on it and I'll take it with me. There is no way I'm living without one.
And for Raush, congratulations on your victory. What were your emotions after such a close fight as you're listening to Lillian read off the judges' scorecards and you feel your hand being raised, signaling that you won?
Thank you. How can I describe the feeling like when you put all? I need to use all my heart on this fight, because sometimes just the technical part is not enough. So that's when you put the heart to work. So once I give my best, my really best at this fight, and try, every punch. In the end, I was screaming together in the punch to try put more energy, use all I have. My stamina, I use 100%. So how can I describe that? I'm so happy, proud. I think I'm not gonna sleep this night.
My question is for Ray. Ray, anytime anyone would ask you a question about Rory McDonald, you are never shy about bringing up that you have the superior wrestling, and tonight you proved it. Now, moving on to the finals, you get a rematch against Magomed. What do you feel for yourself you need to do to get the win and capture the title once again?
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stand there, and he's gonna try to shoot at me. That's his game plan, or whatever else he's gonna try to do. I'm gonna be ready for him. I'm not gonna rush in and leave my neck up for him to take him like last time. But I already know what he's gonna do. Everybody knows what he's gonna do. I'm gonna stand with him. He's gonna shoot, and if you want to wrestle, I can wrestle too.
This is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. My question is for Magomed. I just wanted to ask, how do you see the rematch with Ray Cooper going down?
Магомед, вопрос вам. Мне интересно ваше мнение, как ваш рематч с Рэем пройдет в этот раз.
Да, Рэй очередной раз доказал, что он лучший боец этого дивизиона. И в финале я постараюсь, как в 2018 году, также закончить бой. Я не хочу говорить, что я мастер. Мои дела покажут, что я мастер.
Yeah, I gotta admit that Ray is definitely one of the most experienced and talented fighters in the category. My plan is to do exactly the same thing that happened in 2018. I don't want to speak. I will let my fight show the result.
Last question on Zoom. Dylan Bolker, please.
Thanks for taking my call. My question was for Ray Cooper. I'm kind of curious because in prior instances in your career where you were able to have rematch opportunities, you came out and, really turned it around and got the victory, redeemed the loss. Like, is it important to you to, have this redemptive opportunity in the Magomed-Karamov matchup coming up, or do you not look at it through that kind of lens?
Yeah, I don't care for rematches. It's in the past. And this is a whole new fight. Same opponent, but a different fight. And I just want to get back to that championship match and take home the belt again.
And just as a quick follow-up, I'm kind of curious just how that Rory McDonald fight played out just relative to your preconceived notions.
Yeah, I said it throughout the week. I knew he was going to wrestle with me. Whatever traps he was trying to lay for me, I'd run right through him. And But nothing but respect for Rory. He's a great competitor. He fought in the biggest organizations. But it played out how I said it was going to play out. He's going to want to stand at first. When I catch him, he's going to try to shoot, and he's going to wrestle, and I can wrestle too.
Thanks for the insights, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, everybody. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you tuning in. So travel safe, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, everybody.